hello friends, my name is Dr. Siddhi Dave. I am MBBS and a pathologist. So we are starting a new video series that is called BTR from the PYQ series only. This will contain only PYQ MCQs and with their short answers, short explanatory answers. So don't have to revise all of that. This is not for the toppers, but this is for the every student who have to revise PYQ easily and fastly. So we are starting today. We are starting biochemistry PYQ session of NEET 2023. So it contains all about 15 MCQs. So we are quickly revising the 2023 biochem NEET PYQs. So the first question. Mostly the PYQ of biochem 2023 contains questions from the vitamins. Mostly questions are based on the vitamin topics. So the first question is vitamin K dependent factors. So what are the K dependent factors? So we all know that factor 2, 7, 9, 10 factors are vitamin K dependent. They have zymogens of serine protease and contain glutamic acid. And why they are vitamin K dependent? Because their gamma glutamyl carboxylation is dependent on that, and after carboxylation they will become gamma carboxyglutamic acid residue, and it will delete the calcium and it will allow to bind with platelet. This is how they will act for the coagulation cascade. And the warfarin is inhibitory for the carboxylation. So vitamin K dependent factors are 2, 7, 9, 10. The second question. Vitamin B3 deficiency. So there are 4 Ds: diarrhea, dermatitis, dementia, and death. So vitamin B3 also known as niacin. It will cause pellagra and castle necklace. We all say we all have seen, must have seen the image where the patient has pigmentation around the neck. It is called as Cassell's necklace. It is because of the niacin deficiency and commonly seen in the alcoholic patients. And mostly they give history about corn or maize based diet. That will decrease the niacin and tryptophan. So how we will diagnose the vitamin B3 deficiency? By urinary level of 2-methyl nicotinamide or 2-methyl or 2-pyridone. 2-methyl nicotinamide or 2-pyridone. So this is the second question. So we will look also the other multiple choice options. So other options that were given, the second question was vitamin B1 deficiency. So vitamin B1 is thiamine deficiency cause wet beriberi, dry beriberi. In wet beriberi, severe symptoms will be present like heart failure and edema. And also in Shoshin beriberi. In wet beriberi, Shoshin beriberi is also seen. In dry beriberi, there is peripheral neuritis and Wernicke's encephalopathy and Korsakoff psychosis present in alcoholic patients. So for the Wernicke's encephalopathy, there is mnemonic called GOA. G means global confusion, O means ophthalmopathy, and A means ataxia. And in Korsakoff psychosis, we will see confabulation and with memory loss. And here the mammillary body of the brain is affected. And anterograde mammillary loss is there. So in thiamine deficiency, pyruvate dehydrogenase is also decreased, and mostly seen in chronic alcoholic. Because of the decrease in the pyruvate dehydrogenase, pyruvic and lactic acidosis will be there. Other option is vitamin B6, which is also known as pyridoxine. And because of its deficiency, peripheral neuritis will be there, and it will be mostly seen. The history will be given like this: the patient of tuberculosis treatment, patient taking OC pill, or patient is chronic alcoholic. In that, pyridoxine deficiency will be seen. Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, because of vitamin B12 deficiency, we all know that megaloblastic anemia will be there, spinal cord degeneration will be there, and in vitamin B12 deficiency, homocystinemia will be present. The third question is McArdle's disease. So, glycogen storage disease is also one of the most important topic in 2023. McArdle's disease is due to deficiency of the muscle glycogen phosphorylase. And because of deficiency, it will accumulate the muscle glycogen. So, McArdle is type 5 GSD. It is autosomal recessive, typically present in late childhood. And symptoms are, this is the typical feature. Symptoms are exercise intolerance associated with muscle cramps. It will be given in the MCQ. So, in this case, myoglobin will be seen in the blood, myoglobinuria will be also there. Then, burgundy colored urine. Urine will be burgundy colored. Second one phenomena. This is also the peculiarity of this McArdle disease. Improves features after rest. After rest, patient will be improved. And diagnosis by muscle biopsy. Pass positive vacuoles of high glycogen content vacuoles will be seen in McArdle's disease. So, it is very important topic, McArdle's disease. Deficiency of muscle glycogen phosphorylase, type 5 glycogen storage disease, autosomal recessive, typically present in late childhood, in second decade. Symptoms are exercise intolerance associated with muscle cramps, myoglobin in blood. Second phenomena will be positive, and past positive vacuoles of high glycogen content will be seen in muscle biopsy. The other options given in that Hirsch disease. So, what is Hirsch disease? Hirsch disease is type 6 glycogen storage disease. In that, liver glycogen phosphorylase will be deficient. In this case, growth retardation, hepatomegaly, and mild hypoglycemia will be there. Other is Coris disease. We all know that the mnemonic for this GST is in Coris disease, C. The deficiency enzyme will be D-branching, CD. And in Anderson's disease, it is type 4 GSD. In this, AB. In Anderson's, branching enzyme will be deficient. And in Coris, D-branching enzyme will be deficient. In Anderson's disease, we will see hepatomegaly, cirrhosis, and liver failure. The other question again about the vitamin deficiency. Again about the vitamin B1 thiamine deficiency. So, in vitamin B1 deficiency, also deficiency of trans-ketolase enzyme. Mostly seen in the patient who are eating polished rice. In that, thiamine will be deficient, then trans-ketolase will be deficient. The trans-ketolase is the important enzyme in the HMP pathway, where 3,6-PD enzyme is also important in that pathway. Hexose monophosphate. In B2 deficiency, B2 riboflavin. What we will do for the taste is glutathione reductase. In pyridoxine, B6 transaminase acid. In folic acid, fig-glue. And histidine load test. And in B12 cobalamin, serum methyl malonate level will be there. Fifth question is again about vitamin B1 deficiency. It is Wernicke's encephalopathy and the mnemonic is GOA, global confusion, ophthalmoplegia and ataxia. Glycogen synthase deficiency. Another question is glycogen synthase deficiency. In this child with fatigue, exercise hunger, the exercise hunger will be the main highlighting point of the questions. Child with fatigue, with exercise hunger, between meals. In between the meals, the patient is hungry. and absent liver glycogen. Liver glycogen is absent. Liver glycogen absent and hepatomegaly is absent. So glycogen synthase, if it is active, it will be in dephosphorylated state, and it is activated by glucagon, epinephrine or epinephrine. And if glycogen synthase is inactive, it will be in phosphorylated state, and it will be inactivated by insulin. So prolonged hyperglycemia with glycosuria, ketosis, lactic acidosis, low alanine is also seen. And liver biopsy is diagnostic, where we will see absent liver glycogen. This is glycogen synthase deficiency. Okay. And what will be the treatment? The treatment will be protein-rich frequent meals and multiple, and at the night time, the supplement with corn or starch. Corn or starch will prevent hypoglycemia and hyperketonemia. So this is all about glycogen synthase deficiency. This is IMP topic. Again the question is asked from the vitamin deficiency. It is B1 deficiency, wet beriberi. Wet beriberi, we will see pedal edema, cardiomegaly, thiamine deficiency, seen in refugee camps where police rise. Okay, the another question. What will we see in the chronic alcoholic patient with gouty arthritis? So we will see elevated level of lactate and urate. Lactate, we will see elevated level of lactate due to chronic alcoholism, and due to gouty arthritis, increased level of urate. In chronic alcoholic patients, there will be conversion of the ethanol to acetate. It will use NAD plus to make NADH. So in chronic alcoholism, there is the increased ratio of NADH by NAD plus. NADH will be increased and NAD plus is decreased. So ratio will be increased. The another question. Acrodermatitis enterohepatica. Acrodermatitis enterohepatica is zinc deficiency. Periorificial dermatitis and stomatitis will be seen. Diarrhea will be seen. Alopecia with reddish stain will be seen. Then impaired ganglion and tremors will be seen. The zinc deficiency, acrodermatitis enterohepatica. Then another vitamin deficiency topic, that is scurvy. So in scurvy, we all know that vitamin C deficiency, we will see bleeding gums, easy bruisability, perifollicular hemorrhage, then defective collagen formation, deficiency of vitamin C, then phrenoderma over posterolateral arms, and corkscrew hairs. This is peculiarities of the scurvy. Corkscrew hairs and lower limb edema. So, low insulin by glucagon ratio will be seen in insulin is low and glucagon is high. So, insulin glucagon ratio is low in fasting state. So, insulin will inhibit the effect on hormone sensitive lipase, and because of decreased insulin glucagon ratio is decreased. So, hormone sensitive lipase is increased. Again, I am telling you, this is not all about the basic, or this is not all about the concept. We are just focusing on the questions of previous questions and the answers in very shortly. This is for only the not to understand the question and answer, but to only revise PYQs in very short time. So another question is alkaptonuria. Alkaptonuria, autosomal recessive disorder of tyrosine metabolism, and due to defect in the homogenetic acid oxidase and blackening of the urine on standing, it will be a peculiar feature in the question. Blackening of the urine on standing, alkaptonuria, homogenetic acid oxidase defect, disorder in tyrosine metabolism, autosomal recessive. We will also see onchronosis and arthropathy. Then another option in this question is phenylketonuria. There will be musty odor of the urine and deficiency of phenylalanine hydroxylase. Then homocystinuria. It is deficiency of cystathione beta synthase, and in this tall stature, long legs, discoloration of the lens will be discolored, and predisposed to thromboembolism. Homocystinuria, deficiency of cystathione beta synthase, tall stature, long limbs, discoloration of lens, predisposed to thromboembolism. Another option of this question is maple syrup urine disease. It is deficiency of branch chain alpha ketoacid dehydrogenase and sweet odor of the urine. The last three questions, the Gaucher disease. It is one of the IMP topics, Gaucher disease. There will be bone pain, hepatomegaly, but the peculiar feature is crumpled tissue paper appearance of the cell. In biopsy, we will see crumpled tissue paper appearance cell. Deficiency of glucocerebrosidase, and most common lysosomal storage disease. It is lysosomal storage disease. Okay. The another option from this question is Tay-Sachs disease. It is also IMP. Deficiency of hexaminidase A. Then Sandoff disease. Deficiency of hexaminidase A and B. In both, macrocephaly will be there, seizure will be there, and hyperacusis will be there. Then Niemann-Pick disease. This is deficiency of sphingomyelin, presence of foam cell in the bone marrow, and pulmonary infiltrate will cause lung failure. Then Pompe disease. Pompe disease is type 2 glycogen storage disease, deficiency of acid maltase or alpha-1,4-glucosidase, only glycogen storage disease, that is lysosomal storage disease also. Pompe disease is only glycogen storage disease, that is lysosomal storage disease also. We will see floppy infant, hypotonia, skeletal muscle weakness, hepatomegaly, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, macroglossia. Floppy infant, hypotonia, skeletal muscle weakness, hepatomegaly, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, macroglossia. Then biotin deficiency. In biotin deficiency, scaling alopecia. History of raw egg consumption, because in egg there will be avidin, and avidin in biotin will be tied binding. So biotin will be decreased. So we will see dermatitis, scaling, seborrheic erythematous rash, depression, hallucination, hyperesthesia, alopecia, atrophic glossitis. So the main thing is history of raw egg consumption. It will be caused biotin deficiency. Tay-Sachs disease. Macular cherry red spots. Cherry red spot will be seen in the macula. It is lysosomal storage disease, deficiency of exoaminidase, beta exoaminidase. Presence during infancy, macrocephaly will be there, increased startle reaction, and gradual loss of motor skill. There will be no organomegaly. If organomegaly will be there in this question with macular cherry red spots, the answer will be Niemann-Pick disease. And another option given in this question is Hurler disease. Hurler disease is in this autosomal recessive, mucopolysaccharidosis 1, corneal clouding will be there, co-special feature and joint stiffness will be there in Hurler disease. So this is all about the 15 questions which were asked in the NEET 2023 from the biochem. So we will further discuss in another video what we will ask in the NEET 2023 22 of biochem. So this is Dr. Siddhi Dave signing off.